your Iron Trader. Now the pit's closed here at 2:30. That was about 15 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Now let me big them up here a little bit here. Okay, well, it's a really good day in trading here today. What do we have here? Well, we can see here where we held the majority of the height of that candle, which is always very bullish. See that? That's very good. And we're above the 100-day, the 200-day, and we're above that 50-day. And we went right into that price channel at 80.62. Now, the price right now, real time, is sitting at 80.65. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here, okay? So what you want to do, let's just look at the downside first. So if this sells off here, this is what we're looking for, that 80.62, because you didn't really have a good firm close or anything above that. Then the next level here we're going to be looking at here is 80.29, okay? And then we can come down here to your 50-day. You're sitting at 79.89, and then we have your 200-day here. We're sitting at 79.70, and then we have your 100-day. You're sitting at 79.55. Now, again, if that's lost, you look for today's low. That's 79.17 level here. Then, again, what we're going to be doing is looking here for this 8 SMA. Now, when those futures open here at 6 p.m., tonight, this 8-day is going to be, obviously, is going to be higher. This is going to just keep rallying on up here. Now, that's a nice bullish cross over 21-day. That's very, very good. You look at the MACD, that's a bullish cross. That tells positive momentum to the upside. RSI, plenty of room to run here. This is looking very, very bullish. The key is we need to close above this key price channel. That's that 80.62. That is going to be very, very key level here, okay? So again, what you want to do, just watch that level, watch that 50 SMA here, watch that 200 SMA, and then watch that 100 SMA here at 79.55. If that's lost, just look to today's low, 79.17, and then this 8 SMA here sitting at 78.39 here. But we got a nice good rally going up here. Now, again, if we just get ripping here above this 80.62, then what we'll do is we'll come right to the top of this candle. You're looking at 81.57. We look to the bottom here. You're looking at 81.99. We look here to the bottom. You're looking at 82.44. And then we have 83.30. Sitting on the top of that candle. Then we look in here, 83.91, and then right there, 84.46. Just bring that price channel right across. Next level, bring that price channel right across. That's your next target, 85.64. Then bring that price channel right across, and this is what you have, 86.18. And then you can just work yourself all the way up here to these candles, but your big target is going to be that 87.67 here, okay? But just watch this price channel. This is very, very key. And all this price channel is just the top of that candle, okay? That's all that is, okay? So this is what you want to watch on the when those futures open, and for tomorrow, just watch that 80.62. You need a good firm close above that, then we're good. If not, just watch these key simple moving average, your 50-day, your 200-day, and your Hondo there. And that 8-day is going to be moving on up here. It should give us some really, really nice support. Now, let's take a look here on the old weekly. Well, when we were down here, I said you had a bottoming tail here, and then we had a nice higher high. We held that half of that candle, and we went up, but we're into resistance here at that 21 SMA. Now, this week here so far, oh, I lost her, and let's see, I get her back. Yeah, okay, so this week here so far, what we had is we have a nice higher high. We held that 8-day SMA, and now you're above the 21 SMA here, which is nice, 79.15. You're above this 50-day, 79.78, and we're above that 100-day, 79.65. So all these here together I can become very, very key support levels. So if this does sell down, just watch that 79.65 level here, 78.51 level. Watch that level here for key support, and then we can blast right on up here. The key is we just have to get and close above firmly above the top of that candle right there, okay? So that's what we're looking for. That's that 80.62, which is that price channel. Now, when we look on a monthly chart here, look how nice this is. Okay, the monthly it held, that 50-day here, held all the way through, and now we held it again. That is very, very nice. Now, we had a W pattern going here. See this here? W came like this, and then Saudi Arabia came out, and they announced that they are going to maintain the cuts, but the volunteer cuts, they're going to take off here come fall. Okay, then the market sold off. However, now they kind of changed their tune. They said, well, you know, we got to see how the market is here. We might not want to do that. And then all of a sudden, what do we have here? Rally. So always pay attention to what's coming out of OPEC. You know what I'm saying? You got to have hear what they say and listen to what they say, okay? And then actually get the meaning of what they say. They want higher prices, okay? Bottom line. This here didn't do it. This is how you can see where it sold off here, okay? Because the cuts maintained are fine, but you got a lot of voluntary cuts there. And if they're not going to maintain them, oil can come off like in a real hurry here. So just got to keep watching this. Now, RSI here on your weekly here looking good. This here, your MACD looks like it wants to curl up. If we can get that going above, we'll send that price much higher. This here is like in a really, really over sold condition here, but this is looking really good. If we can get a rally up here, RSI looking very good, and your monthly chart here is looking very, very good. So every so often, just take a look at a monthly chart here, because what we're looking for to hold all that key support. See how this here, how you held all that by the month there? See this, how we held all this, and then we held it again. That's always very, very key here, okay? So again, watch all this right here, okay? That 21, that 50-day, and that 100-day, that's going to be all key support. If it does sell down, that could be a very good buying opportunity here to take up. Now, again, on this daily here, one thing I do want to tell you is if we can get here and tomorrow we start taking off, even if it comes down and retest that and it takes off and we close it, that's also buying good buying opportunity, because what you do is you buy on strength. Okay, so if you're holding a position, you can add to the position. If you don't have a position, then you can just buy on strength and take this bad boy right on up. Remember, seasonality in play. You got all these storms coming in here. And remember, October, which is just right around, August, which is right around the corner here. That's very volatile. You got that hurricane season all the way through September here. And it just looks like oil wants to go higher. Now, it looks, if you look at this here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, I've been pointing that out here. Looks like it's playing out here. Now, again, this here built out for quite a while on the left shoulder. The head didn't take long, obviously, and this didn't really take a long out here. Now, again, this could come down, but then if it does hold that 8 estimate, you lose all this support and it holds that 8, then that's also a good buying opportunity to take it right back up here again. Or, again, this could be in play. A lot of times these inverse head and shoulders aren't perfect, just that when you see it, you got to try to identify it to say, hey, this is going to blast out. We can take this bad boy higher. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your hourly, and your 4-hour chart. Now you can see the really nice run up that we had. Okay, then we topped right out at 3.15. And then this is, when you see this series like this, okay, this is what I showed you today on the midday trading, that XLE. When you see these series of lower highs and lower lows, that's in a downtrend situation. However, just like that XLE I was pointing out here, it could reverse very, very easily, okay? So this is what you had in natural gas, okay? It came right on down here, and we put a low in, all right? You had 2.759, okay? That was a really good low here. Then what we did is we came down and we retested this low at 2.772, okay? So what is today's low? That was today's low, okay? So that was the retest, all right? And then look where we are. Higher lows all the way on up here. This is what you always want to look for. Now when it comes right to that Hondo there, it stopped it dead in its tracks, which it always does, because that's like a brick wall. Next there in line is going to be that 2.93. That's the 200 SMA here. Now you notice that this gap here now is filled, which is always very, very good. Because you look at the bottom of that candle, you're looking at 2.88, and then we looked at the top of here, you're looking at 2.848. That gap now filled right on up here. So now we're going to see if we can get above that 100-day, and then go right for that 200-day, and then we can start taking all these here, which were lower highs. Now these all become resistant levels, taking it all the way back on up here. All right, so natural gas here. Yesterday I pointed out here that, we lost it, and there was that series of lower highs. But again, what we have here, you had a low, higher low, okay? And this is actually a higher low. Even though we lost that 50-day, it held that 100-day. Okay, so this is why you want to trade the chart. See that? 100-day. This is a hourly 4-hour chart. Always kind of look at that. It spreads the trade out. If you want to do quick trading, use a tick chart of 1 to 5. You can use a 15 and a 30-minute trade, or you can slow down the trade and use an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Okay, but look how nice that is. Series of higher lows. That's always very key. Now back above that 100-day, and now the 8 days curling up here. You got nice support here at the 287, and then your next layer is going to be that 2.93, which lines up very, very nicely here with the 2.93. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have your daily, here we have your weekly. Now, the key here on this weekly chart is going to be this 8 simple moving average. You can see how you crossed over 21, very, very bullish. So then when we had this candle here last week, I said, that's really not that bad for the simple reasons. Now it gives that 8 day a chance to catch up. So it got up, and now we're above that 50-day, which you can provide very, very good support now for us here if this does sell down here. Okay, we had a topping tail last week, but now it looks like we held the bottom here. Now let's just see if we can rally this bad boy right back up here again. Now, when we look at the daily here chart, I was always pointing out here, what do I point out? The same old shit every day. 21 simple moving average. If you lose the 8, you're going to the 21. And then you just keep following all the way on down until it actually finds a good support level. Now, you had a really nice run up here. Then we had that indecision candle. And a lot of times, you just don't know. A lot of times, that's bearish, okay? And then when we only want like half the candle, and then you put in a lower low, that tells you got to get shorty, okay? And then now right here, okay, so what we had here is it held the 8 day the first time. But you notice the second time, it closed below that 8 day. That tells you guaranteed you're going to the next level, okay? No question about it. And it gapped down. Now, if you look at today's, okay, the gap was sitting at 2.848, and the fill was at 2.87. Now look at our high was 2.916. That's filled very, very nicely, okay? So right now, natural gas is sitting at 2.90. This was the resistance. This is that basically 2.898, so that's 2.9. That's your resistance level. And here's the big key is going to be is 2.95, your 8 simple moving average. So now what we're doing, we're just trading this range. Nothing is really different here. You got the 21 on the bottom and the 8 day on the top, okay? We crack above that 8 SMA. Right here's your next target, 3 flat. Okay, next target, 3.09. Next target, 3.13. Next target, 3.159. Easy peasy, okay? If this sells down, we have to watch the 21 day, 2.778. That is going to be very, very key, okay? Again, if that's lost here, we just go and look to the left of the chart here. You got 2.75. That's going to be next. Then we have 2.65, okay? Then we have 2.60. Then you have 2.57, okay? And we got to throw this whole 8 day in the mix here, that 2.60, okay? And then we have your 50 day, and then you have your 200 day. But right now, all that matters is a 21 day on the outside, on the downside, and that 8 day on the upside, okay? We trade this range unless she breaks, okay? If it pops up, we know where it's going. You lose that 21 day, well, then we follow the candles. This is going to be key right here, that 2.60. This is going to be key, that 2.51, 2.47. That's going to be key on the downside. Now, RSI, looking good, moving right back up again. This here, you're still bearish. The green is below your red, but we got to still see how that's all going to shake out here when what happens, and see what happens when we get to that 8 simple moving average. So watch those futures tonight. Okay, that's going to be key, and just trade this range. UNG, great trader today. Absolute great trader. The bottom of that thing, 1923. Top, 20.01. I made 2 scalps there. I got my point. Happy man, 5,000 shares. Can't complain. Okay? On one line, on just on Natty Gas. But this was so easy today. I mean, this was beyond. This is like handing you the money. Okay? You see the 21. As long as it holds, you know, you just say upside. Once you break that gap, you know you're going to the fill. Once you break that, you know you're going to go right there. Once you break that, then we know you're going to go right there. Very, very simple. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we will do it all over again. And remember, today at 4:30, we have those API numbers, okay? That is going to be key here for the old Crude ski. Okay, thanks for watching.